Okay, good morning, everybody. I will keep an eye on the waiting room to see if anyone joins us through the waiting room. I am also here to answer any questions by email or anything like that. Today is test day. I know that some of you completed it ahead of time, and some of you are still working on that, which is fine. It's due tonight by midnight. So let's look at a few things. It'll take me just a second to pull up my screen. It looks like lots of people worked hard this weekend to get everything going. We're in great shape. So there's a few things that I want to point out to you as we, this is it. This is it. This week is it. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you some of the things that we're looking at for this week. So again, this calendar right here, that is the law. You want to be sure that you're following that you've got it printed off, that you're even marking things off as you do them. So, and that calendar says that today is test day. So we are we're at the end of chapter 4 in our book. And you had your quiz last week, you had some homework due last week, and today is the test. So I just want to remind you, these are just some extra problems. So if you're struggling with the word problems, here's some extra problems on the word problems. If you're struggling with, simplifying, multiplication, division, that kind of thing, this is all some help on that, and here's some help on rational equations. So there's little pieces of extra help that sometimes you just might want to watch the video, and that gives you an opportunity of seeing me do it one more time. If students are struggling with rationals, what they're typically struggling with is the factoring. So don't hesitate to reach out to me early today if you are kind of stuck on something and you need my help. It appears that most of us are caught up. I did have 1 or 2 emails this weekend about extenuating circumstances. So tomorrow we start this chapter 5, 6, and 7 in the book. There's little bitty pieces of chapter 5, little bitty pieces of chapter 6, and little bitty pieces of chapter 7. So it's not the whole chapters that we're doing. It's just kind of an overview of how to solve quadratics when you can't factor. So it's going to go back into the quadratic formula, which you may remember a little bit about that from high school, and really what those look like. So here, again, are our videos for the unit. Here are some extra practice things that are not required. They're just there for you. Now, I went ahead and opened up the final exam too, because this is it. We've got a test today. We have a 3-day unit on chapters 5, 6, and 7, and then you have a test on Thursday, and then your final on Friday. So this is not the week to get behind. And if you do get behind, contact me immediately. Because we need to come up with a plan. What do we need to skip? What do we need to move forward on? So if you get behind, reach out to me super, super quick, because I can't extend anything past midnight on Friday without an extenuating circumstance. And that extenuating circumstance has to be documented, and then we have to fill out paperwork, and it's a lot that we certainly can do if something happens. Such as, a severe car accident, or you get super, super sick and have to be admitted to the hospital. But anything past Friday requires documentation. So try not to get behind this week. If you do get behind this week, contact me so that we can get it all caught up. I did go ahead and open up your final exam unit just in case you wanted to look at that, just because I know this week will move pretty quick. And I didn't want to open everything to overwhelm you. I wanted to open it up so that you would have access to it. So here, I also wanted you to look at your grades. I have not transferred over the grades that you finish up tonight, but I will do that first thing in the morning so you can check your grades. You should have your prep assessment grades, and you should have your test and everything from Unit 1, which was Chapter 2 in the book, and Unit 2, which is Chapter 3 in the book. Chapter 4 in the book, which is Unit 3, will all be updated tomorrow morning before this. So just kind of let me know where we are in that. Now, once tomorrow goes and you start working on chapters 5, 6, and 7, there is a graphing unit. You're doing some graphing on chapter 7. And here's a little video on how to graph. So be sure you click that because that's going to really help clear up any issues that you might have with graphing on that homework. So I just wanted to point that out to you. And I know I'm a little bit ahead of myself. Today's your test on chapter 4. So let me hop over to WebAssign. Open that up for you. And again, I went ahead and opened everything up so you could see it. This is what you're focusing on today. I will tell you that the test over rational expressions and equations is sometimes the most difficult, and it's the one that gets dropped. So do remember that you get 1 test grade dropped. There's 4 tests, and your grade is based on 3 of those. I don't drop that until Thursday. So it'll be Friday before you see what that looks like, but you do get 1 test grade dropped. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay. And this is your schedule for today. Again, I went ahead and opened up chapters 5, 6, and 7 for you in case you're ahead, because I know I recommended going ahead and take the test over the weekend. So it's good to see everybody. You know that I'm available by email if you need me for any reason. So don't hesitate to email me, and I will talk to everyone soon. Bye-bye.